For 2 decades, America watched Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, the golden couple of television, laugh, conversation, and seemingly enjoy a fairy tale marriage. But life, as we know too well, has a way of turning even the brightest love stories into chapters of heartbreak. And now, the unthinkable has happened. Kelly Ripa, a lady who has shared so much of her life openly with millions, has been surprised by Mark Consuelos' sudden choice to break their marriage. But this is more than a Hollywood split. This is a story of betrayal, courage, and the unimaginable sorrow of losing not just a partner, but the dream you thought was forever. Stay with me, because as this story unfolds, you'll see not just the heartbreak, but the courage, the faith, and the unforeseen twist that could change all you think you know about love. What exactly transpired behind the closed doors of this once-invite marriage, and how did Kelly Ripa, America's morning light, find herself in the throes of her darkest storm? Kelly and Mark's journey didn't begin in the headlines. It began like something out of a romance tale. Two young actors on the set of All My Children, thrown together by happenstance. Sparks ignited, and before the world knew it, their love story was developing in real time, both on screen and off. A secret elopement in Las Vegas, a whirlwind romance that defied Hollywood odds. For years, they became the pair everyone rooted for, the indication that genuine love may survive fame, careers, and destruction. But what happens when the dream becomes the routine? When the laughter on TV hides the silence at home? That's where the cracks begin to emerge. And those cracks would finally split wide open, catching Kelly completely off guard. On television, Kelly and Mark radiated charm. They joked, teased, and looked like soulmates enjoying the ideal. But behind the bright lights of morning talk shows and red carpets, subtle changes were emerging. Schedules drew them apart. Long filming days, travel, careers that demanded constant attention. Kelly reportedly stated she often felt like a single mom when Mark was away working. Still, she sold it on. She grinned for the cameras. She laughed on cue. She carried the show. However, stillness began to seep into their personal lives. Little by little, the intimacy that previously distinguished them started to disintegrate as conversations became shorter and arguments tougher. Even so, Kelly was completely unprepared, certainly not in that manner. Forever meant forever to her, no matter the challenges, until Mark revealed the revelation that altered the course of events. Kelly was devastated by what he said. This is something you should be prepared for. It arrived on a typical day, the type where Kelly anticipated business as usual, not chaos. With a deadly serious expression on his face, Mark sat her down and told her the truth. A divorce was what he sought. Nothing amiss was exposed. His heart had already decided he couldn't continue, therefore, there was no major scandal that erupted in the media. It felt like the floor had given way under Kelly. Shockingly, a single conversation shattered years of shared history. Children, houses, and memories. A scream eluded her. No, she didn't pass out. Her husband of more than 25 years broke the news that the life they had made together was inadequate. And she sat there in stunned silence, tears swelling up in her eyes. Something else started during that period of quiet. This is the inevitable question that anyone who has ever been caught unawares by tragedy must face. How can I put back together a life that I believed would last forever? However, most people didn't anticipate Kelly's reply. Actually, it showed an unexpected aspect of her personality. Kelly Ripa has long been recognized as the most vivacious, humorous, and unwavering morning host in the United States. She may come across as quick to laugh and smile, but she is actually a very strong woman. Kelly refused to hide from the cameras even when she was devastated. The woman turned up just as before. She sat in the studio chair. Even though her heart was breaking, she laughed it off. Kelly reportedly briefly shed a tear when the lights went down and the mics were turned off. Reason being, she needed to consider her children, her work, and her own identity. Sometimes the greatest strength is just showing up. She whispered quietly once, "When the world expects you to crumble," she did in fact show up. Just because she showed up didn't mean she was all right. Hidden behind the veil, she struggled with fundamental questions about who she was. In Mark's absence, who was Kelly? If she wasn't part of America's beloved duo, then who was she? She discovered surprising insights along the road of rediscovery that question set her on. They say that when we are sad, we make room for something new to sprout inside of us. Kelly learned a lot and suffered a lot from her setbacks. Charity activities taught her to stand on her own 2 feet, not even Mark's half anymore. Sleeping alone became second nature to her. To what location? Few celebrity couples have captured the public's heart quite like Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. For nearly 3 decades, the pair embodied love, loyalty, and devotion, weathering fame storms while raising 3 children together. Fans adored their playful on-screen banter, romantic backstory, and the way they seemed to be the perfect example of Hollywood love that actually lasts. But now, shocking news has left fans reeling. Reports suggest that Kelly Ripa was blindsided when Mark Consuelos made the heartbreaking decision to pursue a divorce. A love story for the ages, Kelly and Mark's story began in the mid-1990s when they met on the set of the soap opera All My Children. Their chemistry was instant, leading to a whirlwind romance and a secret elopement in Las Vegas in 1996. Over the years, their marriage became legendary, filled with funny anecdotes, heartfelt interviews, and candid glimpses into their family life. Together, they raised 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, and appeared inseparable both on and off camera. From vacations to hosting duties, they became the kind of couple fans believed could withstand anything. Cracks behind the scenes. While their public image was picture perfect, insiders claim the couple had been facing growing challenges in private. Sources say the demands of their careers, raising children, and navigating the pressures of fame slowly began to take their toll. One insider revealed, Kelly always seemed to think they could overcome anything. She never expected Mark would consider leaving. That's why the divorce decision felt like such a blow. She didn't see it coming. Though they smiled for the cameras, reports suggest the strain had been mounting quietly for some time. Kelly's heartbreak. For Kelly Ripa, the news of Mark's decision to end their marriage reportedly left her devastated. Known for her vibrant personality and emotional honesty, Kelly has never shied away from sharing both joys and struggles with her audience. But this chapter, insiders say, is unlike anything she has faced before. She was blindsided. One source explained she thought they were solid, that their love could survive anything. To hear that Mark wanted out broke her heart. Her friends describe her as heartbroken, overwhelmed, and struggling to reconcile the love story she believed in with the reality she now faces. Mark's perspective. Reports suggest that Mark Consuelos' decision wasn't made lightly. Those close to him claim he wrestled with the choice for months before finally speaking up. It wasn't about a lack of love, a source explained. It was about feeling like they had grown apart. Mark felt the marriage wasn't working the way it once did, and he believed it was better to face that truth rather than keep pretending. While his honesty has been described as painful for Kelly, others say it reflects his desire to move forward authentically, even if it means breaking apart one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. Fans react with shock. The moment whispers of divorce surfaced, social media exploded with reactions. Fans who had long admired Kelly and Mark's relationship expressed disbelief and sorrow. No, Kelly and Mark were supposed to be forever. This is heartbreaking, one fan tweeted. I feel like my faith in love just cracked a little, another shared. Hashtags like Kelly and Mark forever and hashtag heartbroken for Kelly quickly began trending as millions poured out messages of love and support for the couple. Family first. Despite the heartbreak, both Kelly and Mark are united in one key area, their commitment to their children. Michael, Lola, and Joaquin remain their top priority, and sources close to the family say both parents are determined to shield them from the public drama as much as possible. No matter what happens in their marriage, their family comes first, a family friend shared. They love their kids more than anything, and that won't change. A legacy of love. Though divorce may mark the end of their marriage, many fans argue it doesn't erase the love story they've already written. Kelly and Mark's nearly 30 years together stand as a testament to devotion and resilience, even if it ultimately ends in heartbreak. Sometimes love changes, one insider reflected. It doesn't mean the love wasn't real. It just means the story is taking a different turn. Final thoughts. The news of Kelly Ripa being blindsided by Mark Consuelos' divorce decision has left fans shocked, saddened, and reflecting on the fragility of even the strongest looking relationships. For Kelly, this chapter is undeniably painful, yet her history of resilience suggests she will emerge stronger. For Mark, the choice reflects a difficult but honest acknowledgement of his feelings. And for fans, it's a reminder that even the most admired love stories can face heartbreaking endings. Though their future as a couple may be uncertain, their legacy of love, laughter, and family will remain etched in the hearts of those who believed in